open forum. Open forum is the time in the meeting when anybody in the community, you live within the district, you can approach and speak to the board on any topic you'd like for 3 minutes. You get 3 minutes to talk about whatever you like. As we said before, if the item's not on the agenda, we cannot respond to that item on the agenda. We certainly can hear. We cannot respond. It's a matter of the Open Meetings Act requirements, and so that's why. If it's an item that we can respond to, we might. The board can always ask clarifying questions, so that's an element they can ask if they would like. So 3 minutes. When you get up, you speak, give your name, your address, and then we will give you 3 minutes. And we only ask that you be respectful, that you not address any student or teacher specifically by name, and you can talk about whatever you like. So with that, we'll go to our first speaker, Jonathan Steele.
Good evening. Just quick question. Is there a particular part of the staff manual and guidelines that I can ignore as a staff member of McKinney ISD?
I think you can address that question.
I return to this podium yet again to ask that you adhere to law and McKinney ISD board policy. Policy EMI local, miscellaneous instructional policies regarding the study of religion contain the following paragraph. Religious symbols may be displayed as a teaching aid. Their display shall be temporary and limited to specific teaching activities. Such displays shall not be permitted for devotional purposes. I fail to see how a teacher's desk, cross, a shrine in the back of the classroom is a legitimate educational goal. The classroom displays of religious messages are in violation of McKinney Independent School District Policy EMI Local, and the superintendent should direct staff to remove them immediately. They are not limited to specific teaching activities and are present for the devotional purposes of the staff members who place them there. There seems to be a commonly held sentiment that if the board keeps ignoring this issue, it will go away. You are mistaken. The fact that the board will not address this issue belies its arrogance in thinking it can flaunt the law and policy with impunity. The invocation at the November meeting gave voice to that arrogance and showed a degree of disrespect for our community which I had not thought possible of the body here assembled. Once again, the leadership of McKinney ISD communicated they are willing to pursue actions which divide our community. This message from the administration gives staff members reason to believe that their unconstitutional religious displays are somehow tacitly sanctioned by the body. A spokesperson for this board told a reporter that this issue is a distraction from the real work of educating our students. I agree 100%. Teachers should be instructing their students in language arts, mathematics, history, science, art, theater, etc. Instead, they are distracting non-Christian students with unlawful displays of personal religious items in an effort to transform their classrooms into personal chapels for devotion and proselytization. Instead, they are telling the community, once again, if you are not Christian, your feelings don't matter. No one here believes that you are not entitled to your religious beliefs. When the administration staff impose their religious views on students, there's a problem. We have been asking you for more than 3 years to take care of this. As long as this board and its members do nothing, we will return.
Thank you. All right. Speaker number 2, Jill Nichols-Euler. Said it right? Okay. I'm sorry.
Hi, my name's Jill Euler. I live at 512 Crusher Crossing. Hi. So, are you guys starting to feel a little like you're getting maybe attacked for your religious beliefs and your thoughts? Because I've been sitting back here for 3 months now, and I've been listening to all of us, and I can see how you might feel that way. And I, for the life of me, would not want to be in your chairs. Nope. On the flip side of that, we're coming to you, and we're starting to feel ignored. And honestly, at the last meeting, a little taunted. Might not have been your intention, but it kind of came across that way. And us coming up here for these 3 minutes and talking is not communication. It's us telling you stuff and you looking at us. And was really hoping we would make the agenda this month. but after seeing all these kids, I kind of get it. You need to put us on the agenda, guys. We need to have a real conversation. I want to know what you guys think, and the way things are set up in these meetings, we don't get that. We get you guys staring at us, occasionally making funny faces, and honestly, it's...
Sorry.
It's okay. It's not a conversation, and honestly, this is a hard topic. I want you to be able to pray. I want you to have your beliefs. I would rather you not bring him into the school. And I've said it before, a moment of silence. Bow your head. You say in your mind what you feel necessary. I'll say in my mind what I feel is necessary. It can be a prayer to God. It can be, what am I making for dinner tomorrow? And that's good, because diversity, we all get to be our own way. That's good. Plus, win for everybody. And I don't want you guys to feel attacked. I don't want to feel ignored. I definitely don't want to feel taunted. That's kind of what we're asking. And I'm not sure how to have a conversation. I can email him. I can sit down to coffee with him. I can show up someplace and run into you at a store, and we could have a conversation. But it would be one-on-one, and it would be with you, with you, with you, with you. How do we have a conversation as a board and a community? That's, I think, what we really want. I want to talk to you about, forgive me, hopefully I'll get these right, Birdville ISD here in Texas. They just said that it's okay for students to pray at board meetings, as long as it's open to everybody. Not my preference, but hey, that's the law. Go law. The one that just happened in South Carolina, Greenville School District, versus the American Humanist Association. Sorry, I left my notes at home. I want to discuss that, because that's one saying that you can't have graduation in a house of worship. I don't want lawsuits to come to McKinney. I don't. I want that money to go to my kids' education. I have other things that I want to harass y'all about to put that money towards that. Not a lawsuit. That's silly. So how do we work together? How do we communicate so it's not me talking to you, you staring at me? How do we do this? That's what I want to know. How do we have this conversation? And I know you can't tell me anything, so have a great Christmas. Everybody eat good cookies. Yeah, I'm done.
Thank you. All right. Speaker number 3, Heidi Cortez? Correct. Excuse me. Well, the E and the T are different order, yeah.
The time. Good evening. My name is Rabbi Heidi Koretz, and I am the spiritual leader of Congregation Shir Tikva in Frisco. I'm here this evening rather than with my family or at my synagogue on the last night of our Jewish holiday of Hanukkah.
I'm sorry.
Because...
Can I ask you a question? Did you state your address?
No.
And are you a resident of McKinney ISD?
No.
You cannot speak. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to be a resident of McKinney ISD. My apologies. So yeah, be sure and give your address whenever you come up as a speaker. Item 4, or speaker 4. Aaron, is that correct?
It's pronounced Aaron Ra.
Aaron, okay.
Ra. Yeah, I'm Southwest Regional Director of American Atheists. I'm in Garland, Texas. I was asked by a number of residents of this area to come and speak on their behalf.
You cannot speak unless you're a resident of McKinney ISD. Sorry. All right. Next speaker number 6 or number 5 would be Justin Bart. Is that correct? All right. Put my glasses on. Be sure and give your address, please.
My name is Justin Barton. I live in McKinney. Board members, Dr. DeFelice and Dr. McDaniel, I want to first off thank you for allowing us the platform to address public issues. Recently, I've become aware of attacks on McKinney ISDs and specifically your conduct concerning displays of Christianity. I'm here to represent a silent majority that will no longer be silent. Certain organizations have attempted to stand on the moral grounds of sensitivity and inclusiveness and misinterpretations of the law. However, you and I understand that this dumbed-down propaganda is only a blatant attack on Christianity. The inclusiveness that they speak of, ironically, has no place for you, I, or our Christian values. I would like to again thank you for not allowing the rampant spread of Christianophobia and heterophobia to infest our schools. Such hate, as they call it, has no business in McKinney, Texas. The motives of our invocations have been questioned by self-proclaimed Christians. I continue to be amazed by the false moral high ground those choose to stand on. Are they not aware of the prophet Daniel? Daniel's public prayer was an occasion for his enemies to persecute him and discredit him. They went to the king and encouraged him to issue a decree forbidding public prayer. Daniel continued to pray more openly and more boldly, which exposed him to his enemies. However, he clearly knew that God was honored by his prayer and did not put the opinions and even the threats of men above his desire to obey the Lord. Board members, you were elected based on your qualifications, love of this community, and your character. Based on voter consensus, I ask that you not back down. Matthew 5:10-12 states, "Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you." Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Speaker number 6, Jim Callums. Okay, all right. We'll move on to the next speaker, Mark Russell.
All right. Mark Russell, McKinney. Distinguished members of the board, I support your godly stance. The Freedom from Religion Foundation question your authority. I question theirs. Their mission statement reads, "The history of Western civilization shows us that most social and moral progress has been brought about by persons free from religion. And the foundation works as an umbrella for those who are committed to the cherished principle of separation of church and state. Social and moral progress attributed to atheism, that's a good one. In last century alone, 100 million people perished under regimes that were atheistic. Stalin's Russia, Mao's China, or any third world communist revolution. I would ask the victims, but as you know, graves make lousy conversationalists. But hey, who needs facts when you've got ideology? Their second claim is they're guardians of civil liberties. That's a whopper. Considering their founder, Anne Gaylor, authored in 1975, abortion is a blessing. So hold on, let me get this straight, right? The foundation defends constitutional liberties while promoting the denial of unborn citizens' rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But hey, who needs consistency when you've got ideology, right? Furthermore, their website includes links to the father of political mass murder, Karl Marx, and his luckless acolytes. Included is the communist historian Howard Zinn. The FBI concluded that Zinn was a member of Communist Party USA and its front groups, according to a 423-page file released in 2010. Guilt by association, more like guilt by indoctrination. Moreover, the FFRF emulates the old Soviet League of the Militant Godless in tactics and verbiage. Thus, the FFRF is nothing more but a haven for communist subversives, adept at using agitation, deceit, and thuggery to further their goals. Do not give in. Polish scholar Joseph Makowicz warns in dealing with communists, sooner or later every compromise ends in subversion. Because communism is not interested in compromises, it only knows the tactics of compromise. This foundation is no different. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Okay, that is all for the speakers for this evening. So